Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, October 6, 2021. It's third attempt today. I am trying to make. Only two attempts failed. One was only for 4 minutes, other was for 7 or 9 minutes. And now let me see, again signals are zero. I think it's just wasting time. But let me see if it continues. If it continues, it's fine. Let me see how it goes on. I am talking about say keep a watch on ourselves first and then what quality says. First requirement is my quality, own quality system that I have as a person. Forget my company, your company. I have to think of, because if individual is not serious, if individual is not okay, we can't say quality exists. And that is what I say in this title: civil field engineering life, engineers, quality and body. Not only to think of quality, but to do it. Quality is not something miraculous. It's not new. Everyone knows it. Since our childhood, we know quality is a requirement, and in engineering is a must. In manufacturing, in processing, it's a must. It can't be avoided. Just like we want to remain safe, every individual wants to stay healthy, stay safe during work, and without even while you are at home, you want to be safe. You don't want to involve in accidents, you don't want to have injuries. That's all you can say. Unfortunately, it happened with me. I got injured. That you can, unfortunately, and you say fortunately I am healthy. I'm lucky that I'm having sound mind. Of course, I have body, sound body. That's true up to that extent. You are right, but it's not only for oneself. I have to leader and associates to take care of safety pertinent to everybody. Only then we can say if we are safe, we can take care of activities, we can take care of works. And if I'm not safe, there's no way that I can concentrate on my work. If I am sick, I cannot concentrate. If I am not safe, I will think of my safety due to my being aware of that. Means if I say if I drive car, I don't use seat belt, maybe due to whatever reason, I will not feel safe. cat, RAT, rat. It's not very elementary education. It is just refreshing, means we forget. This is habit for everybody. When you grow up and up, you try to forget past, though it comes to your present again and again. You forget past. Sometimes something, we don't use some item, for example, we don't use something for long, and it comes out of mind, it goes out of mind. Oh, I did that. When something happen again, or I make some losses, and it comes to mind, oh, I did that before. That's what is Did we understand that? Or was there any system? Was there some system? These points come to mind. When we do design work, we think a lot. Every engineer thinks a lot. If you work on designs, you think a lot. Also, when you do on construction, you think a lot. You do on whatever work, you think a lot if you are a thinker. And if you are not thinker, then I can't say that's different. That's a member of team. You can say they may also think to some extent, not to that unique extent, extensive extent. You are supposed to think. So construction activities, design activities, or other communication and coordination activities, contract activities, organization activities, all activities have certain relations to safety as well as quality. These relations may be understood, may not be understood, but these exist. These have to exist. We cannot say no. If we say no, means we don't know then. I can only say we don't know. We don't know why it doesn't exist. These have to exist. I'm not trying to explain just a couple of minutes because I want to see whether this video continues or not, because I already lost two videos just for 4 minutes and 9 minutes, and it's waste of time. But now again it's 0-0, unfortunately. That's what I'm not trying to reflect further. Well, I talked about quality system as 9015, AnnexSL, that is related to contracting journal RCC buildings. I'm particularly talking of RCC buildings, but we can talk of structural steel building, we can talk of road construction, we can talk of railway line, we can talk of tunneling, we can talk of whatever water resources, or we can talk of whatever project we have expertise in. It is one and same thing, but because buildings, RCC buildings are such units or such projects where many activities are involved. I think maximum construction activities are involved, design activities are involved, procedure activities are involved in RCC buildings construction. Maybe in West world, RCC may not be done because of many various reasons. Of course, there are so many items, but in I can say when I worked in Gulf, I worked in our country, I worked elsewhere, RCC is something very common in a structure. Justification, it can work together because line coefficient of expansion of steel and coefficient of expansion of concrete are almost equal. So these materials can work in unison, and that's why we use steel reinforcement, that is carbon, steel and concrete together. And concrete is a composite material, a mix of cementing material, sand or dust, aggregate, water and whatever else cementing material, that is supplementary cementing material, as well as certain chemical admixtures, and that is mixed in design proportion by where they are mixed, and in past also these could be mixed in ratio proportion, volume ratio proportion. Now generally weight proportion after conducting trial mixes or using a standard trial mixes available. This concrete is produced and various classes of steel reinforcements are used in designs and in construction. So that is what we say. It's a long-term project, long-term material. Generally we can say basics is that steel can resist tension, it can resist compression also. Concrete can resist only compressive forces, not tensile. Tensile force very limited, you can say concrete can resist. So in fact we ignore that. So combination of compression forces that can be given by concrete material, and whatever tension that is stressed on your steel can take while it's embedded in concrete. So both forces, tensions, compressions, and of course resulting stresses in terms of bending moments, in terms of deflection, in terms of shear force, in terms of torsion, in terms of whatever else you can say, creep and shrinkage and all that. There are so many factors. All sorts of seismic actions, earthquake, horizontal forces, wind forces, or you can say whatever stresses are imposed, actions are imposed on structures. RCC is quite sufficient. It has capability to resist that, and that's why RCC is very common material, composite material on structures. And RCC structures means then other items like brickwork, like block work, like stone work, or like floor finishes, sunroofing, and whatever other components of services are all work secondary, but they are important. Electrical embedments are very important because these also go into structural mechanism, particularly in slabs, suspended slabs and beams and columns. If you provide conduits, these also become permanent part of that. We cannot take them out. Of course, wiring moves through those conduits, plastic conduits. Otherwise, in industrial work, we don't take within concrete, we take on surface, so that we can replace them whatever time we can know. Procedures are used, software. Now world of software has made life of designers easy because there are so many options they can go through, and previously it was all of what we done by manual power. We had to do everything ourselves. I still remember that time. Means we used to calculate that's design part. That's not scope by current, but I'm just trying to refer. Means designs are very important, and designer has options, and we can save time. In quantification we can save time, but construction is something different. Here I'm involved to share construction because it's very important issue. Again, signals problem. I think maybe